So hello. Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and also support my small business at latricelimited.com. So actually, you know how Elon went and bought the Tweetabirds? So apparently you have a whole bunch of celebrities saying, oh, Elon bought this rich billionaire. I'm out. Tweet right here, and it says, well, it's been fun, Twitter. I'm out. See you on the other platforms, peeps. Sorry, this one just is not for me. Miss Braxton over here says, I'm shocked and appalled at some of the free speech I've seen on the platform since the acquisition. Hate speech under the veil of free speech is unacceptable. Therefore, I'm choosing to stay off of Twitter as it is no longer a safe place for myself, sons, or other people of color. Another person says, hi everyone, I'm off Twitter today. Let's see where we are when the dust settles. Today, the dust has revealed too much hate, too much in the wrong direction. Love, kindness, and possibilities for all of you. Thank you. So here's the thing. You got a lot of people who they're like, you know what? It's a lot of hate speech. Now, when they're saying that, they're saying a lot of, vulgar terms towards black people mostly, is what I've been hearing. Mind you, I haven't seen any of that kind of stuff. It always makes me wonder, when people say this kind of stuff, are they actually seeking this out, or is it something that their followers are putting up? Or, how is that? Get your celebrity so more people, you're probably seeing a whole bunch more other things as well. But I always just wonder, like, are you seeking this out, or how is that working? I'm not saying like people are like, oh well, let me type in the N-word and let me see what pops up. Like, but are you purposely looking at these kind of right-wing pages? Or because I tell you right now, I haven't seen any kind of hate speech unless you seek it out on my page anyways. So I'm like, okay, there's that. But then you have people who are like, well, Twitter, I'm out, deuces, I'm gonna hit you with the deuces and I'm going and whatnot. Then I look and I'm like, okay, so where are you gonna go? Well, I'm gonna have to get back on that for Facebook, y'all. Facebook, who is also owned by a multi-billionaire. Okay. These are kind of the same people in a way, so it's like, okay, you're just gonna go over there to go to another billionaire's page, or I'm gonna go on this other app that has a millionaire taking control of it too. I really don't get that, because I'll tell you right now, I see a lot more hate speech on Facebook than I have on Twitter, for my own, even the kind of stuff I have. If I go see something and I'm like, okay, well, I'll go and click on it and I read the comments. It's a lot more hate speech that I've actually seen on Facebook than on Twitter, so I just find that to be kind of interesting. But here's some other things. I've seen a lot of other things on other platforms, still on Twitter as well, but I've seen it on Facebook and whatnot. You see nudity, for example. Now you may be like, well, that ain't that bad, but it's there. If you're not seeking it out and it's popping up on your feed, you know what I mean? But yeah, I've seen I've seen a lot of other things, and this was prior to Musk even taking over Twitter. Okay. So before he was even taken over, I have seen nudity. Okay. There is nudity on Twitter birds if you're looking. Okay. Not like I was looking, of course, but it is there. When we had the whole thing with the protest in Iran, with the hijabs and whatnot. Yes, I seen actual footage of people being murdered, like legit. Okay. And it was just popping up. So yes, I seen that. And this was all prior to Elon. All right. It was crazy. The takeoff video, obviously that was after Elon, but that was there. That was on Facebook. Some of this kind of stuff was kind of already being shown prior to him there, so I think it's more of just you not liking him, period, other than he just was taking over and now everything's just going haywire. I think it's you just already not really liking him. And please don't tell me, y'all, please don't tell me you got a Tesla and you saying, well, I can't be on Twitter anymore. Please don't tell me that. Okay. Or any of his little solar powered things that he got going on. All right. Don't tell me that, oh, I can't be on Twitter because he owns it, but yet you own some of his stuff, because that would just be completely hypocritical. Here's some other things that I was looking at. It's like you have a lot of people who, and someone actually kind of described it kind of as like an echo chamber. Okay. Where you have a lot of people on the left where they just want to hear their side. and never want to hear the people on the right side. Now, granted, if you're just acting like a crazy buffoon or something, I can understand that, but you never want to hear the other side, and no one ever really wants to have like a discussion or like even a debate. It's always just an argument that people want to have, or la 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 la. I don't want to hear it, So you see a lot of that kind of stuff, and you may say, well, Alex, they don't agree with me. Why do I have to listen to them? Well, how can you know you're right if you never listen to the other side? You just want to listen to yourself, and then that's it. That's another criticism about Parler, with the whole thing with Kanye was supposed to buy it. I don't think he actually bought it, but it's the whole thing with Kanye was supposed to buy it and whatnot, for Candace Owens' husband and all that, right? And this is the argument that I made on there. I was like, okay, well, when you guys are all agreeing that you hate XYZ, it's going to get stale and be like, okay, well, it's kind of boring. I'm only listening to myself. It's like you're literally talking to yourself. You're talking to a wall. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, I need some more opinions. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, okay, I can see that getting real stale. That's probably why no one's on there, because you don't have any differing opinions. And it's okay to have different opinions and have a conversation about said opinions, as opposed to, well, you're wrong, you're racist, get out of here. Just by someone open up their mouth, and that's another problem with censorship also, because when you do have censorship, you have the establishment, you have the mainstream media that are telling you what to think. Oh, this is what's happening. This is how you should look at it. Anything else, they're wrong. That's fake news. Don't listen to that. Here, only listen to this. And then years down the line, you may find out that those conspiracy theorists that you were saying were wrong and terrible people. You may find out they actually had some legitimacy, but you wouldn't have known, because they make sure, the establishment makes sure that information is put on the back burner and is never in the forefront. That is the problem with that. This is also why I just, I could get, with crazy hate speech, yes, censor that, but when you are censoring just a different opinion, let's say someone says they like Trump, for example. You're like, I don't want to hear anything you have to say. Okay, I'm out. And it's like, well, do you want to hear his no, I don't want to hear anything about him. Well, why should I hear anything about you liking Biden then? Well, Biden's, he's blue, and no, Biden's really red. We're going to keep it real, so why should we have to listen to you, but then you turn a blind eye to somebody over here? But those are my thoughts on this whole little thing. Hey, I mean, if you're gonna leave one platform to go to another billionaire's platform, I mean, that's on you, or another millionaire's platform, that's on you. You do what you do, boo. But I don't think you're really making a huge statement, because a lot of times people say this kind of stuff and they'll be back. Give it like 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. And they're gonna be like, I kind of miss my, hey Twitter, how y'all doing? I know it's been a long time, and